Welcome to the Junior Podcast. My name is Kim Ferlato. I'm the Director of School Counseling here at the high school. Throughout this presentation, we will hear from myself, Ms. Kathleen Grant, and Ms. Colleen Green as we discuss the steps students will need to take as they begin to plan for graduation.
Hello, this is Kathleen Grant, school counselor for students whose last name begins with the letters A through G. I'll be discussing transitions for students and going through several post-secondary options for high school students. After high school, many students move away from home, whether they go to college, join the military, or participate in a gap year. It's important to start preparing for this transition now and transfer some responsibilities away from parents and to students. Here are several things that students may consider taking on responsibility for. So for example, in college, if you have an issue in your class, you're not understanding the material, you have a problem with a professor, it really is the student's responsibility to advocate for themselves and to sort out the issue. So perhaps now is a good time for students to start taking on that responsibility here at Verona High School with their classes and their teachers if they have not already done so. Where students end up after high school may have lifelong implications. However, sometimes students make this decision without much self-reflection or discussion. As with all major life choices, this one should not be entered into lightly. This slide lists several self questions for students to think about, to reflect about, and to consider. We urge students to carve out time of their busy schedules to really do some honest reflection, thinking about what their goals are, and looking at some questions in terms of what their family's finances are, what their academic ambition is, in order to come to a post-secondary choice. Please see your school counselor if you would like someone else to discuss these important things with. The vast majority of juniors do not know what they would like to major in college, what career they would like to embark upon, or where they would go to college. So a great resource that students can utilize is Naviance. There are career interest inventories, there are wonderful college search programs, so it's really worth your while to log on to do some of these inventories and discuss the results with trusted family members and your school counselor. Here's a list of the major post-secondary choices students have. I really urge students to honestly explore each of these options before coming up with their selected path. All too often, students make a choice without fully exploring all of these options. I will review the first two, career and technical schools and the military. Before I do so, I just want to take a moment to discuss a gap year. So a gap year is a year generally before college that students take right after high school graduation, and they participate in generally a service learning travel experience. So many of our students, our past graduates, have gone on to participate in this program in various countries around the world. So oftentimes also students will apply to colleges at the end of their gap year and might have more doors open to them after participating in this gap year program. If you have any questions about the gap year, if you are interested in it at all, please talk to your school counselor. We have a lot more information on these programs.
This is Miss Green. I handle the students whose last names begin with letters H through R. At this point, let's discuss the important items to consider if college is in your future. The most important item is your transcript. Your transcript is a record of all of your final grades since your freshman year. Marking period and exam grades do not appear on transcripts, but those are the grades that average into your final grade. So it's important to work hard all year so that you can be sure your final grades will be their best. Your transcript also includes your grade point average. Your grade point average is the numerical average of all of your final grades and is reported on a 4.3 scale. Here at Verona High School, students' grade point averages are weighted if you take honors and advanced placement classes, so your grade point average may be higher than 4.3. Most colleges recalculate grade point averages using unweighted grades to be sure students from different high schools are being compared equally. Another item on your transcript is your decile. As we no longer rank our students, deciles are used to show which tenth of the class you fall in. For example, students in the first decile are in the top 10% of their class. Students in the fifth decile are in the top 50% of their class. A challenging curriculum on your transcript shows that you have worked hard in your courses. Remember that you are being compared to thousands of other high school students during the college application process. The strength of your curriculum carries a lot of weight with an admissions officer. How well you perform in honors and advanced placement courses is a good indicator of how you will perform academically in college. Other items considered by the college admissions office are your standardized test scores. The SAT and ACT are both acceptable. The more competitive a college is, the higher the score they expect. The school profile is a report about our school and community, which gives the admissions office a glimpse into our high school and the town of Verona. It contains statistical information that is of interest, and it can be found on the school counseling homepage. Letters of recommendation are submitted automatically on your behalf by your school counselor. You should begin to think about 2 teachers you've had that you would like to ask for a letter of recommendation. These letters tell colleges what kind of student you are in the classroom on a day-to-day basis. Extracurricular activities are the clubs, sports, and activities you are involved in here at school. Colleges are interested to see how you contributed to your school outside the classroom. Most applications will ask that you submit an essay. Some may ask you to write about a specific topic, while others may let you choose your own topic. In this case, the topic you choose is just as important as how well the essay is written. Colleges are also interested in any special skills or talents you may have. For example, you may be a skilled equestrian or perform volunteer work in your community. These are important traits that may make you stand out from other applicants. Other information that may be important is anything that hasn't been previously mentioned, such as a special circumstance in your family. It's important to give the admissions offices as complete a picture as possible of who you are as a student and as a person. If you are planning to attend college, you should begin the process now. Begin to narrow down your choices, such as whether you would like to go away to school or stay at home and commute. If you already have a specific major in mind, be sure to consider this while researching schools. Establishing your identity on formal documents, standardized tests, and application means that you need to use the same name throughout the process. The name on your birth certificate is the one on your official records here at VHS, so you should use this name throughout the entire application process. Most of your contact with colleges will be through email. It's important to create an appropriate working email address and get in a habit of checking it every day. If you need to contact a college during the application process, this is the most efficient method to use. In addition to the 4-year college option, students may want to investigate whether 2-year college option may be the path for you. 2-year colleges prepare a student for 4-year colleges, have articulation agreements, and diverse course offerings. The tuition is more affordable, and flexible scheduling provides students an opportunity to work full or part-time. 2-year colleges are also close to home, saving on the costs of room and board. NJ STARS is the New Jersey Student Tuition Assistance Reward Program. If you graduate in the top 15% of your class, you can attend community college for free. If you transfer to a public college in New Jersey, you can receive $6,000 to $7,000 in scholarship rewards. More information is available from the Higher Education Student Assistance Authority, and you can find their website address below. As the college application process is a long one, we've provided a timeline to assist you. As was previously mentioned, you should begin the college process now. Note that all of these tasks should be completed before school resumes in September. Work hard in all of your classes to keep your grades up. College applications go out in the fall, so your final grades in June will be the most recent grades colleges will see on your transcript. If you haven't already done so, begin to research colleges. Utilize the college search in your Naviance account to prepare a list of 20 colleges to bring to your meeting with your guidance counselor. During this meeting, you will also choose your senior year courses. Read through the course offerings in the curriculum bulletin on the school counseling website to see which courses you would like to take. Remember that colleges take your senior year schedule into consideration. So plan not only to take a solid senior schedule, but also plan to remain in those courses for the entire year. In the spring, the school counseling department will host a college admissions panel with admissions officers from several different types of colleges. The admissions officers will provide insight into what they are looking for in college candidates and will take questions as well. Details are forthcoming, and parents and students are encouraged to attend. Your individual meeting with your school counselor is a good place to ask questions. If you've already started the process, you'll be more prepared for your meeting. Visiting college campuses is one of the most important components in choosing a college that's right for you. Students and parents are strongly encouraged to visit colleges in order to refine their application list. It is important to register and prepare early for standardized tests. Using your PSAT results is a good way to prepare. Some students may also choose to attend a prep course or work with a tutor. Certain students may be eligible for a registration fee waiver. Details regarding qualification can be found at www.collegeboard.com. Begin to think about which 2 teachers you would like to ask for recommendations. Begin work on your senior uniqueness form, parent brag sheet, activity resume, and transcript release form. These are due in June, but are very important, so it's a good idea to start them early. As was previously discussed, college admissions officers like to see that candidates have gone the extra mile. So working, volunteering, or getting future experience through an internship are good opportunities to be taken advantage of in the summertime. During the summer, students and parents should also take advantage of campus tours and open houses held by colleges. When school starts in September, your visit should be completed and the list of colleges you plan to apply to should already be finalized. It's a good idea to take at least one standardized test in your senior year. Register in August, as the fall tends to book up quick. Summer is also a good time to take a glance at actual applications and at least begin an outline of your college application essay. The fall of your senior year is a busy time, so anything you can get done before school starts is a plus. Standardized tests continue to be an important component of the application process. However, they are only one piece of the puzzle. Certain schools do not require SATs or ACTs. For more information about schools that do not require standardized tests, visit www.fairtest.org. The testing timeline is listed here. As mentioned, students can use their October PSAT results to study for SATs in the spring. As seniors, students are encouraged to take another standardized test in the fall. For SAT registration, go to www.collegeboard.org, and for ACT registration, go to www.actstudent.org. Keep in mind that for security purposes, you will need to upload a photo of yourself during the registration process. The best way to prepare for SATs and ACTs is through your current coursework. Read, read, read. The more you read, the more your vocabulary expands and the more knowledge you retain. Take additional math and English courses. SAT subject tests are given by College Board in specific subject areas such as literature, chemistry, and French. These are required by the more competitive colleges and can be taken throughout the year. If you have an IEP or 504, see your case manager or guidance counselor to initiate the accommodation process for standardized testing. If you qualify, you may be eligible for a fee waiver for standardized tests. For guidelines, go to the website listed here. NCAA stands for the National Collegiate Athletic Association. This institution ensures that student athletes have the appropriate courses and grades to compete in college-level sports. Below is a list of courses required. 4 years of English, 3 years of math, 2 years of science, 2 years of social science, 1 additional year of English, math, or science, and 4 additional courses from any of the above areas and world language. Specific SAT scores and grade point averages are required for Division I and II sports. For detailed requirements, please visit the website listed below. An NCAA Athletic Vision presentation will be held in the fall. If you are interested in playing sports in college, it's a great idea to attend so that you have all of the facts.
This is Kim Ferlato. As we move into the steps in the college process, it is important to talk about the responsibilities that accompany each of these tasks. It is the student's responsibility to take initiative in becoming the leader in the college selection process. Counselors and parents serve as resources and support. However, you as the student must be the one to actually engage in the college selection and decision-making process, as it is you that will be attending the institution. While the student responsibilities may seem overwhelming, it is important that you begin the process early to reduce your stress. As mentioned before, your school counselor is more than happy to assist you with any questions in this process. While parents do have some responsibilities in the college process, it is important to support and encourage your child in completing their responsibilities throughout this process. This helps foster independence in your young adult and helps prepare them for when they reach the college campus. While the college process can often be overwhelming, your school counselor is here to help. If you have any questions or concerns about the process, students should make an appointment to meet with their counselor, or they can send an email as well. Naviance is an important tool that we use at the high school to help with the college application process. Both students and parents should have their own login and password. If you do not have this information, please contact Mrs. Newman in the school counseling office or your counselor to get the information needed to log in for Naviance. You can also go onto the school counseling website and click on the Naviance tab for more information on how to use Naviance services. While much of our college information is transmitted electronically to colleges, it is important for students to remember to submit their transcript requests at least 15 school days prior to their deadline. This slide indicates the timeline for when these requests should be submitted. While a lot of factors are incorporated into the college decision-making process, these are some ideas of things you can consider as you are researching colleges. This slide illustrates further resources for helping you in the college presentation. As always, your school counselor is more than happy to help with any questions or concerns that you may have. In addition to the general information we post on the school counseling website, as well as the Naviance information that's posted on there, you will find a tab called Post-Secondary and College Information for Juniors. Within this tab, valuable information that will help answer many of your questions about the college application process. The Verona High School School Counseling Department hopes that you found this presentation both helpful and informative. As mentioned several times throughout this presentation, if you have any questions or concerns about the college application process, feel free to contact your counselor.